Hey, sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports Dudes here live this morning with my man FanDuel Zaya. How you feeling this morning, bro, on this fine Mother's Day? How you doing?
Man, I'm still tired. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah. I mean, I'm tired. But I ain't like Parlay Post say, I can't complain. Ain't nobody gonna listen to me. Yeah, I
I
mean.
know that's right. Hey man, listen, when you gotta get that money when you're young, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm
It ain't
saying?
got nothing to do with that. I decided to party last night. That's my issue.
Oh,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
after you got off
Blame
work.
me. Blame me. You feel me?
Well, listen, it's good to see you this morning, man. Your dedication to the show and what we do here at FanDuel Zaz, WTP Sports Dudes, Level Up Sports 10, Parlay Post Show, and City League TV, somebody else. I'm glad to see you here this morning, bro. We want to talk a little bit about what's happening in football and basketball, mainly on the professional side of things. But before we get into that, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. K and T's Good Eats LLC, ran by my man Kevin Bird and his wife. You can see them on Instagram at Kevin J Bird. That's BYRD on Instagram. Check them out. See the beautiful pictures that they have of all the food they provide for those who they have catered for already. So hit them up on Instagram at Kevin J Bird. That's BYRD on Instagram. Also, his sister owns Social Nutrition Sips and Good Conversation, where you can get a nutritious shake and also an energy tea and other things that she had at her shop right there at 3136 South Hamilton Road, just south of Refugee Road, right down in that little plaza when you go down into the little plaza that they have there. A lot of good shakes. My favorite is the brownie batter and that peach tea. Those are my go-tos every time I go. Once I find something good that I like, I just stick with that. I don't need nothing else.
No facts.
Also, we got our young man uh, named The Chief. He got his own apparel line, and I'm telling you right now, he does some really good work. He can do some authentic pieces for you if you need him to. You can find him at The Chief. That's DECHIEF dot 5991 on Instagram and TikTok. A really nice young man. You should go check him out because he has pop-up shops all over the city. So keep tuning in to his Instagram and his TikTok to find out where he will be next. All right, my man. Boston finally got them a win in their series against the Knicks. They looked really good. Do you think they can come back and win this series?
Absolutely. I think they can win four straight. Listen, we gotta understand something. They was up over 15 points in both of the first two games. And they've been getting criticized because they been getting these leads and they keep shooting all these threes. And you ever heard the old saying, you live by the three, you die by the three. That's the only thing. They made adjustments this game though. They got that lead, they caught that lead. And all I seen after that is Jalen Brown attacking the basket. I seen Tatum, he played the same game. He was still shooting, firing off on them threes. But they did have stretches in them first two games where they just wasn't hitting shots, and that's probably the attribute of them losing them games. But still, though, you ain't really gonna see the Celtics shoot too bad too often. That's why they've been where they've been forever anyway. Like you talking about Pritchard, you talking about Tatum, Brown, you talking about who else? Porzingis, Horford. Everybody that they put on the court can shoot. Derek White. Everybody they put on the court can shoot. Drew Holiday. Like that's their rotation, bro. Like so now I don't listen, they probably gonna win four straight. In the regular season, people gotta understand this too. They average 125 points on 50% shooting from the field and like 45% from three. They already know they can get anything they want from these guys. So man, four straight. Boston in six. Ant Man, Spider Man, Batman, Boston in six.
Yeah, for sure. How does it look on the Cleveland Cavaliers and Indiana Pacers side? What's going on in that series, and how is it looking?
See, that one is kind of tricky, but it is because the Cavs got this black cloud over in my opinion, they got this black cloud over their organization. They ain't did nothing since Bron. They ain't did nothing before Bron. They ain't gonna do really nothing now. I feel like after Bron. So I mean, Donovan Mitchell, yeah, he been playing real well. I ain't gonna fold on him. You know what I mean? I can't fold on it. He been playing well. He been looking like a star, not a superstar, a star. Um, I just don't got faith in Cleveland. I think that's just my personal thing. You know what I mean? Uh, even though the Pacers don't got nobody that you gonna really be scared of that's gonna go out there and put 30 on you, I think they can win every game, and just stay steady every game. Now that they got everybody back too. Garland came back last game. Well, I don't know. They don't have everybody back. They didn't. Oh no, DeAndre Hunter played. Yeah, DeAndre Hunter played. So they got everybody back now. You know what I'm saying? So um they got a full roster, full health. I don't know though. I've just never been a Cavs believer. Like it's Cavs, the Browns, and the Bengals. They always fold when they supposed to. It's all the Ohio teams, bro, except for Ohio State. Leave Ohio State out.
Simple House that,
Yeah,
yeah.
they always fold, bro. So I don't know. I don't have no faith, man. But Donovan Mitchell, man, he was doing some crazy things that last game. That last game, what was that? Friday night, he was going crazy. He had 40. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
Yeah, he
okay.
had 40.
So OKC has been the best team in the league record wise for the most part. They're playing against the Nuggets. Can they pop the Nuggets and advance to the Western Conference Finals?
Hell no, that's all for them. This was
It's
the
a,
worst. Yeah, this the worst possible matchup they could have got. Like, yeah, I know they won uh game 2 or whatever, but the Nuggets is up 2-1 right now. They just won the game yesterday night on their home court. But like they have no answer for Jokic. They have no answer for him. Like it's so bad that like um they got Isaiah Hartenstein, right? It's so bad that like Jokic had probably the worst game you will ever see him have the last game, and they still won. I'm
oh,
just
wow.
like, bro, this was your chance to get him. You know what I mean? He had one, bro. He shot like 8 for 30 from the field or some crazy stuff. But it was your chance to get him, and y'all didn't get him. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna keep on having these bad games though. So nah, it's over. It's over for OKC. Like the first game, Jokic had 40 and 20. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Y'all, it's done. Y'all done. Y'all done. Hey, and I understand what the problem is with OKC too. They might have to put some of these younger guys into a package, man. They got one scorer on their team for real. They got one, and it's causing a problem because if Shea have a bad game, and we know how the NBA playoffs is, it slow down. You know what I mean? It just slow down. Um, and you're not gonna really get off everything that you're gonna get off in the regular season because now they let guys play too. And Shea live at the line, really.
Yeah.
He ain't getting all these 10 and 12 free throw attempts now. You know what I mean? So man, they gotta figure out. I mean, I like they core and I like their whole roster makeup for real, but they don't have a guy outside of Shea that can really just go get you 30 a night. And that's what a lot of the NBA finals teams be having on their team. They got two guys that can go get you 30 any given night. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's a problem for their team though.
Well, can Ant-Man and the Minnesota Timberwolves take out Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and that Golden State Warriors team? I mean, they won that last game. Can they continue their ways and win that series?
Hell yeah, but they praying to God that Steph Curry don't come back too soon because honestly, like they should have lost last night. Um, Jimmy Buckets was the only one doing something though. You know what I mean? Like Jimmy had 30. Well, I think Kaminga he had the stats, but it was like you know how you got them substanceless stats.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
it was for me, bro. Like he had bad plays in the crunch time to me yesterday. But man, I thought the Warriors should have won that game last night. The Warriors, though, this is the tricky part. They said they're not expecting Steph Curry to come back until game 6. That was game 3 last night. They gotta steal one. That somehow, some way, over the next 2 games, they gotta steal one of these games. They got another game. Um, I want to say at home. Yeah, the next game is at home, and then they go back to Minnesota. They gotta win one of them games, or the series is over. And the problem with trying to figure out how to win one of them games is you got to find enough points from somewhere else. And I think they got close to 30 or 30 something from Kaminga last night. But like I said, it was like substanceless for me. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like sometimes when you see a Curry have a 30, it be like not the 30, it's the timely shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And Kaminga, he had timely turnovers in like crucial moments, and it was just like Buddy Hield took a bad shot in OT. I was like, bro, what kind of? I know Jimmy Butler cussed him out in the locker room. Like, what the hell was you thinking when you shot that
Uh,
three? But it's just like they gotta figure out how to get offense because really, the first game that Curry was out, he wasn't out. He played that game, but he went out early. They couldn't find no points. So last night you on your home court, you found the points, but you just ain't get it done. So they gotta win one of these next 2 games though. Cause if not, Curry ain't expected to be back until game 6. So it's gonna be over if you don't figure out how to win one of these 2 games. They said game 6, you know.
right, right. Okay, okay. So is there any team or what teams are looking to have a good chance of having a strong possibility of making it to the NBA Finals?
Well, right now I'm gonna say it's still gonna be Boston out of the East. Man, listen, they've been up, like I said, 15 plus points in New York in each one of these games. Um, and credit to New York. I'm not going to discredit them for making plays and staying in the game and fighting. But bro, if Boston just understands sometimes, all right, the 3 ball is not falling. Let's get to the rim. They will be unstoppable. The only way they're gonna lose is if they shoot themselves out the game. So I still don't. I will never pick New York beating them, and I don't care where the game is at because they just got too much on the court. And I do like New York's roster. Um, Michael Bridges is a borderline All Star. OG Ananobi is a borderline All Star. Um, we know we got Jalen Brunson, who is he got the clutch Player of the Year award this year. We got Karl Anthony Towns, and Karl Anthony Towns is an all star. So I mean I like their roster. We got Josh Hart is a Swiss Army knife. He's the guy that's going to guard and defend the best player a lot of the times too as well. Uh, well at least in the backcourt. They got OG. They signed OG and Michael Bridges up just for this reason, just for this matchup to guard Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They that's literally why they went to go get them. So. Um, it's kind of like a matchup thing. It's a good matchup for both sides. They both got the same pieces. But man, Boston just gotta stop shooting so many threes sometimes. Once you get that lead, bro, just attack. Just that's all you gotta do, just attack. Cause when them threes ain't falling, they just ain't falling. And on the West Coast, man, it's hard to pick against Denver, man, because when you look at it, out of all the teams that's left, who wants smoke with Jokic? That's as simple as that. Like, who really wants smoke with him? Nobody. Rudy don't want smoke with him, and he the only good option. Like it's only one person that's been in the league that's been able to really guard Jokic, and that's the dude Ivan Zubac that played for the Clippers. Everybody else is barbecue chicken, bro. So it's like he gonna be the best player on the court in every game he playing from here on out. I don't care who you match him up with. Like he's gonna be the best player on the court. So it's hard to kind of go against Jokic right now, man. But if I can get a healthy Curry back in time, the Warriors, the Warriors is dangerous, bro. Cause they can get 30 from Jimmy any night, and they can get 30 from Curry, and the rest of them dudes just like to play defense and shoot threes. So it's tough. But I will say Denver in the West.
So far, has there been any? Are there any surprise teams in your opinion?
Nah, this is. I mean, if the Pacers end up pulling this out on Cleveland, I'd be like, all right, it's a surprise that they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. But the West, the West is the wild, wild West for a reason. You know what I mean? Anybody really can make it out. It's just about who show up in matchups for real. You know what I'm saying? So I know we got a 6 and 7 seed in one of the series, which is the Wolves and the Warriors. But we got to understand too that the Wolves was one game in the win column separated from the 3 seed. So it ain't really too crazy how people think it is. You know what I'm saying? When they look at the bracket. But we expected the Celtics and the Knicks. We expected the Cavs. Hey, we got 1 through 4 in the East. So we got the upsets really in the West with the Wolves beating the Lakers and the Warriors winning and advancing. So now it ain't really no surprises though because Curry is the GOAT for real. I expected him to be there. I mean, the only surprise I would say is the Wolves beat my Lakers, which I mean, it really is that really an upset too much. Like we got a 40-year-old star.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Who's really turning up? Who's really turning up their game during these playoffs?
Oh my God, Jalen Williams from OKC is he lighting that he lighting this joint up. He gonna get paid when his contract come up. He gonna get paid. I don't know when his contract come up, but he gonna get paid. Um, Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is known as a 3-point shooter, offensive guy, but I like what he been bringing on the defensive end, and um, he kind of sporadic, uh, but like he ain't have too great of a game last night on the offensive end, but you could see like the Warriors culture is affecting him because I ain't never seen Buddy Hill play defense. Let me mind you, he got like 4. They say he had before this year he had 4 playoff games under his belt ever. Now he looked like he been here. You know what I mean? He looked like he been here, like with the effort. It's all about really effort for real. Sometimes your shots just don't fall. You know what I mean? And last night was one of them nights for him, but he almost changed that game, even though he took that terrible shot in overtime. Uh, I mean, Curry would have took the same shot. He the next best shooter, so I can't even say it was too bad for real. You know what I mean? With how the game is played in the NBA this year. But Jalen Williams and another guy on the same team, Chet. Chet, he didn't listen. Chet is tougher than I thought he was. I didn't know Chet was that tough. I mean, he frail. He like KD frail, but he's 7'1", and I don't know. He looked like a dog. You know what I mean? In that painted area, he looked like a dog. I usually see him all the way around the perimeter, but he looked like a dog, man. So I gotta give some credit to Chet. And of course, the last person I'm gonna mention, Jalen Brunson, man. Jalen Brunson, he deserved that NBA Clutch Player of the Year award. Uh, I done seen from the first series to this series, even though they got blasted last night, he hit shot after tough shot after shot after tough shot in the fourth quarter, bro. I don't know how he do it. In the first series, he was dealing with the Thompson twin, and them dudes is gonna be all defense 10 years, both of them. They're gonna have 10 all defenses, first, second, and third team. They're gonna be on all defense. They probably gonna make it this year, both of them. And he dealing with that length and that size, and he just making tough shot after tough shot. I'm, I've never seen. I haven't seen this since AI, bro. When it comes to a small guy like that, he really is the real deal for real. So I gotta give some love to Jalen Brunson, even though his numbers might not be exactly like people's stats from regular season. They might up them in playoff time. It, I don't know. I haven't looked at his numbers, but I just know he be doing his thing, bro. He be doing his thing for sure. So I gotta give him a shout out.
All right, cool. So, what player and team would you bet money on to win it all?
I mean, the real answer is none of them. Goddamn. But if I had to pick one, I'm gonna just say Boston still, man, because they got everything on their team. Everything. It's like they not missing no piece. They missing decision making. That's it. They ain't missing not one piece though. So I would have to bet my money on Boston. Man, I'm listen. They go like 9 deep for real. And when I say 9, I probably think like 2 or 3 of them could start on a like 20 other teams. You know what I mean? They got 2 or 3 starters on the bench that can start on other teams in the NBA right now. That's how deep they are. So I gotta go Boston, bro. Even though they down 2-1. But listen, I will not put it past them to go into New York. I think they play on Tuesday, or they might play tomorrow. But I will not put it past them to go into New York and win again. Like New York beat them in Boston twice. And this is the thing about that series too. Not even just the series, the regular season too. They showed the stat during the game. In the wins that New York had against Boston, I think it's like 6 points, 5 points or something. But in the losses against Boston, it's damn near 30. It's 27 and a half or something. That tell you a lot for real. Really, y'all done clipped them a couple nights when they ain't decide to show up. But when they show the hell up, it's over. You know what I mean? It's over. It ain't nothing you can do with them.
Okay. So you think Boston probably got the best chance of coming out and winning it all because of all the pieces that they have. Let's
All
switch
of
gears. Let's switch gears a little bit and talk a little bit of what's happening in the NFL. So Derek Carr retires. What does that mean for the Saints?
I mean, the Saints is terrible in the first place. I mean, we're gonna see what Tyler Show is, and we're gonna see if their GM is gonna get fired because if Shador ball out in Cleveland, all y'all gotta get fired. Y'all had him right there. You know what I mean? All y'all gotta get fired. So, I mean, I got some Buckeyes over there, man. I wish them the best, but Derek Carr was nice, bro. I don't know. A lot of people don't like Derek Carr, but I thought when he was at the Raiders, I thought he made them way better than what they were supposed to be. They was real competitive with him. He just kept on running into injuries for real. So shout out to Derek Carr, man. He was nice though. He was nice to me.
This latest injury to his shoulder seems to be the reason why he's decided to retire, to leaving
Yeah.
30 million on the table.
Like when he played for the Raiders, he had broke his leg. It was one of the worst leg breaks too. He always running the injuries though, for sure he do.
Yeah. Does New Orleans become a landing spot for Aaron Rodgers?
Hell nah, man. Man, listen. If I'm the GM, no, but I don't know what these people be thinking, man. Like I wouldn't. If I was anybody, I wouldn't sign Aaron Rodgers, bro. It's time for him to wrap it up. Like it's over for you, bro. He's terrible, and he come with all this like drama queen energy and stuff. I don't know. I've never been a fan of Aaron Rodgers for real. Like, bro, you one of the most gifted quarterbacks that I've ever seen, bro. You got one chip to show for it. That is that's like unexplainable. It's like unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I wouldn't. I would just put the young boy through it. You feel me? I put the young boy through it. Y'all got Spencer Rattler too. For real, for real. Go ahead, tank. Get a number. Get a 1 or 2 pick. You know what I mean? Get a 3 pick or something. Tank.
Are you saying that you want them to tank simply because that's 2 easy wins for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
No, I'm saying tank because they ain't got the team around them anyway. If Aaron Rodgers went there, they wouldn't win nothing. The Jets had a better team than the Saints do. They're surrounded. Like, they ain't gonna win nothing. What's the point of signing him? That don't even make sense. And for a 1-year rental, you might as well put Spencer Rattler in. You know what I mean? Listen, let Spencer Rattler go out there and fumble the bag and woo, 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 and keep on trying to, or if you don't want to throw Tyler Show out there at first, go ahead and coach him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to sign no 40-year-old quarterback, bro, to be terrible. You can be terrible with the guys you got.
Yeah. Who do you think wins that starting job between Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shuck, and possibly Taysom Hill?
I mean, I think they're gonna roll Spencer Rattler out first just because he was in some games last year. You know, he more familiar with the NFL and the speed of it right now. But I think that's Tyler Show's job for real. After like game 6 or 7, they ain't gonna have no choice but to throw him in there and see what they got. You know, because this draft is coming up next year with all these supposedly quarterbacks. You got to figure out if you got a quarterback or not on your roster.
Okay. Why do you think the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers haven't come to a deal yet?
Because they really don't want him, bro. They don't want him. Don't nobody in the league really want him, bro. That was a contingent plan because this quarterback draft was so bad, and they were scared of Shedeur Sanders. That's the only thing. Like, they don't want him for real. Nobody want him. Don't nobody want him. They trying to make the fan base happy for real, and the fan base don't want him. Now they hearing it. They know it now. You know, when you put your ear to the street as an owner and a GM, and you be like, you ever seen Draft Day?
No.
Yo, you gotta watch Draft Day, man. The GM for I want to say it was the Browns. He traded all these number 1 draft picks for like 4 or 5 years, and they had this quarterback in the draft coming through, and Seattle wanted him because he was a Seattle kid or something like that, and the fan base was calling for him. But they traded they traded their first round pick and to the Browns eventually for all them number 1 picks. And the dude fleeced everybody. He got everything his football team needed. But I'm just saying, like, that's what it felt like for me for the Steelers. Like, they didn't want nobody in that draft. So they just stayed pat. But now you talking about Aaron Rodgers. Y'all was talking about Aaron Rodgers this whole time. Nobody want Aaron Rodgers. Nobody want him.
So you think it's that nobody wants him as opposed to him just trying to be selective in where he goes or trying to wait it out to see what might be his best option?
I think nobody really want him. I think the teams that need a quarterback that got good teams, like Pittsburgh is one of them. They have a good team. They just don't got a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an option. You'd be like, all right, at least he experienced. You know what I mean? At least at the very least. They don't have no experienced quarterbacks. They haven't had an experienced quarterback since I don't know how long. And even when they did have an experienced quarterback, who would they have? Kenny Pickett, he was trash. I think the only reason that he has any interest is because it's a few teams out there that got good rosters that don't have no quarterback at all. And me personally, yeah, you're right. You would probably take 40% of LeBron before you'll take a Smush Parker. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the logic of it. So, he need to hang it up, bro. I don't know. He need to hang it up, though. Like even Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, don't sign Aaron Rodgers. Bro, just take your lumpings this year and go ahead and get a top 15 draft pick, bro, and find your quarterback next year. It's like 7 of them, 8 of them. You know what I mean? It's like 8 of them. Y'all, you can find a quarterback next year.
You said there's 8 of those quarterbacks out there. Who's probably the top 3 or 4 that you would think of? Now, don't say Arch Manning because he ain't coming out.
Arch Manning is number 1. He's draft eligible. He is number 1, absolutely.
He ain't coming out, bro. He ain't coming out.
He's 6'4". He got cannon of arm, and he got the pedigree. You know what I mean? So he's absolutely the number 1 QB prospect on the board. 2, I would probably say Sam Levitt. I like Sam Levitt.
Sam
he
Levitt
give
is eligible. He wasn't a true freshman last year.
no, he wasn't a true freshman, bro. Sam Levitt
Oh
gonna be
my God.
eligible in this draft, bro. I'm trying to tell you, this draft eligible quarterbacks this year, bro. It go like 10 deep. You know,
Yeah. It's deep.
I like the kid at OU too, John Mateer. Um, I like him. He ain't my tops and nothing. His name just popped up in my head, so I said his name. But Lenore Sellers, he's draft eligible. Garrett Nussmeyer, he's draft eligible. You know, who else? Who else would I?
K. Klubnik.
K Club. Now I don't like. He's a college quarterback to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, uh, yeah, he's just more of a college quarterback to me. That's all. They high on Drew Aller though. You know, in the
High on
NFL,
Drew Aller.
they high. So Drew Aller is in there. You feel me? I don't. I'm not. Listen, Drew Aller is buns. I think whoever draft him is going to get fired in 2 years. But that's just me. You know, they might see something that I don't see, and they're the professionals. So, but that's five. That's five guys right there.
Well, let's stick on Drew Aller for a little bit, man, because I tend to agree with you on what has he shown. I mean, I know we're not NFL scouts, bro, but what has he shown them that would make them think that he's a top-notch quarterback to play in the NFL? What is that?
So he's a white boy. They make excuses for him. You know, they don't never make excuses for the black quarterback. But what they say is they see the upside, right? Um, Even though last year we went the whole year without seeing him throw a pass more than 20 yards. They said, hey, listen, in the last game they lost, who did they lose to? Notre Dame, right? They lost to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
We didn't see him complete a pass to a receiver. I don't care what you tell me. I don't care how terrible your receivers is. If you got NFL talent, bro, you will throw your receiver open at least once in the game. Don't get me twisted with that, bro. No, I don't see it. But like I said, like we know, they get paid to do this, not us, and that's probably why a lot of these dudes probably never even played football in their life for real, honestly. They probably went to business school or something. You know what I'm saying? But man, I don't know. I don't see it at all, bro. Like he kind of an athlete. Like he's kind of an athlete. Um, I don't know. He's 6'5" though, too though. So you feel me? I think that's what another piece that he got the prototypical size of an NFL quarterback. You know how the NFL is. Oh, he's 6'5" and
Yeah.
he got a decent arm, and you know he got the physicals. So I don't know, man. I just don't see it for real. Like, and maybe it could be a lack of talent too, though. You know, and you know, I kind of throw him in the boat of like early JJ McCarthy, but JJ McCarthy actually showed me something like when his back was against the wall. That's why I like JJ McCarthy, because I know he a winner. You feel me? He gonna make a play when a play need to be made, whether it's running or throwing. I seen enough out of his arm. You know what I'm saying? So I have never seen it out of Drew Aller. Never. So I just don't get it.
Okay. Will Shador Sanders be the headline in the NFL all season? Because his name, the headlines of him pop up every single day.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I hate the Browns, right? I hate them. And every time I'm on my YouTube page, I have no subscription. Where my phone at? I have no subscription. And I'm just strolling down my shorts. I'm so in tune with this battle, this QB battle with the Browns is ridiculous, bro. I'm not even a Browns fan. I'm not subscribed to none of this stuff on YouTube or nothing, bro. They said Shador been slicing these dudes in practice. He been outplaying Dylan Gabriel. Woo, woo, woo. So yeah, he gonna be the headline, because as long as these reports is coming out and he ain't on the field, he gonna be the headline. As soon as he hit the field, they gonna be having a magnifying glass on him. He gonna be the headline. You know what I'm saying? If they cut him wherever he go, whatever happens, if any team having quarterback problems, Shador, you know what I mean? He gonna be the headline, bro. It's the star power. It's the aura, you know.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to seeing from Shador from a mental standpoint? Seeing that he is prime son, he already knows the ins and outs of what this NFL should look like. What do you expect to see from him in terms of his character, demeanor, how he handles situations throughout this season?
I just want the young man to be him. That's it. Be you, bro. Like at the end of the day, man, this is still a sport. I know it's a job too, but um, you can't let nobody change you, bro. Don't like they. If some people gonna think it's bravado, some people is gonna think it's arrogance. Um, we understand though who your father is too, though. You feel me? Your father was prime. He was prime time. That's who your father is. So I just want him to be him, bro. Like I don't want him to let nobody change him. I don't want him to get discouraged, and I want him to show up to work, study his ass off, and ball. That's it. That's all he gotta do. Take care of everything on the field, and he can still be the same kid he was at Colorado. And ain't nothing gotta change. All he gotta do is ball. Once
Is
you
is
ball and once you ball and you prove to him that you could do it at this level, Scott, man, ain't nothing gonna stop him.
Yeah. Is that what you expect for him to do, or is there a chance that he could fall off like Johnny Manziel?
Nah, see, it was a difference with Johnny. Johnny, like Shador, I feel like he bout football. Johnny wasn't about football, bruh. Johnny was like a drinker. You know what I mean? Johnny wanted to drink and party. So I don't think this is gonna happen with Shador. Just because I think his love for the game is much deeper. You know what I mean? So uh they thought it was about to happen with Baker,
Hmm.
Baker was another guy that they kind of threw in that realm, and Baker proved everybody wrong. He kept his head down, he studied, and Baker was another guy that had that bravado, kind of. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of like they kind of felt like they ain't want to say it because he a white boy, but he was kind of giving off arrogance. Um,
Hmm.
and that just tell you like the pigment of his skin probably was bringing more of that arrogance storyline out, but like them three quarterbacks, you got three of them. You got Johnny Manziel, Baker that we just mentioned, and then you got Shador. Like, who you think got the most skill out of them three? Honestly, like from what you seen.
I mean, I don't think Johnny Manziel was even in the question with those other two. Um, I like Baker 'cause Baker used to give us fits when he was at Oklahoma, and and you see what he's doing now. So he's already proven that he can play at this level. Shador has to do that. But if I had to take a choice, I would bank on the fact that as all of them as a rookie, I would rather have Shador Sanders simply because I know he had already got real good tutelage from his dad. So that would probably give him the upper hand, in my opinion, if I had to go with one. But of course, the Johnny Manziel, the writing was on the wall before he even left Texas A&M. So you already
Bro,
knew
he was nice
that was,
for real. I'm
he
telling
was
you,
nice. Now he was nice.
he was a drinker and he fell in the wrong place though too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like he fell to a quarterback killer. But like think about this though, for instance. It's really a hard question. It's harder than you think it is for it to me. Because Johnny had the legs. He had the best
Mhm.
legs out of all of them. Baker got the strongest arm. But I think Shador might be the most accurate.
Oh yeah, yeah,
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
it's really a tough question for real. It's like really what your preference is.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Johnny Manziel killed my Titans one year too. With his legs.
Yeah, he fell in the wrong place, man. I wish he would have fell somewhere differently, man. Let me not say too much if T1 watching.
For sure, for sure. So Travis Hunter this past week has been working out with the offensive unit. This week coming up, he's going to be working out with the defensive unit. What do you think? about Jacksonville making sure that they get him some reps on both sides of the ball.
I mean, he told people not to pick him unless they was gonna give him a chance at it. So, I guess they fulfilling what they said. I'm glad they ain't just lied to him. It was like, hey, no, we gonna draft you. You playing this? Get a boy the chance, bro. If it don't go well year one, just know that you can sit him down and be like, hey, this ain't gonna work out. You know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
yeah, at least you gotta give him a chance to do it though. I just hope that because they keep on saying like how intricate these NFL playbooks is. I just
Mhm.
hope that Travis Hunter can just maintain the mental capacity to take it all in week to week. Because these game plans is gonna be serious. You're not gonna do the same. You're gonna have the same game plan week from week like you might have in college. It's gonna get more intricate. So I hope he can retain the knowledge and still be able to go out there and perfect it. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest concern for Travis. But outside of that, the skill and all that, he got that, man. They think he a little light in his ass, but he'll be all right. I think he'll be all right. He just need about 10 pounds. 10 pounds, so he good. That offense is we going and y'all remember we had this conversation in the group chat. I said Trevor Lawrence is a bottom half quarterback, damn near in the 20s. We gonna motherfucking see this year. We gonna see.
Hey,
Hell
we're going
nah.
to see.
Hey, he ain't got no excuse for me. We gonna see. You know what I mean? No, we gonna see. Brian Thomas Jr. You got Travis Hunter now too. Man, I don't want to hear nothing. He got ETN still. I don't want to hear nothing, bro. I don't want to hear no excuse, dude. He got a better offense than at least 15 teams. We can't say that. So nah, we need to see what's gonna happen this year.
Okay, I hope hopefully he does well, man, because I got him in the top half of quarterbacks in the NFL, and I know you got him in the bottom half. So hopefully he fares well, and I look like I know what I'm talking about.
Man, he's trash, bro. I'm telling you. Listen, think about this. Y'all like to say my division was the worst division in football. His division wasn't far off, bro. His division was not far off. So if
Yeah,
he had top half of the bro, they got Houston, Indianapolis, and Tennessee. That's your division. Matter of fact,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
your division. You
yeah.
know that division is not like that, bro.
It's not. It's not. I agree with you. It's not. It's not.
Hey, if I got a top 15 quarterback, he's supposed to win a division like that every year, which Baker has done. He's won it 3 years in a row.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, they can't get no argument for me because you're right about that division being weak. I mean, you can get a win every week against a Tennessee or Indianapolis Colts, and of course, Houston has been rocking it here the last few years with C.J. Stroud. So yeah, I feel you on that one too. Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up, and I talk about our sponsors and things like that?
Yeah, let me stay right there in your division. You know who I actually think gonna win y'all division this year though?
Houston.
Again. Why? Because they got a top 15 quarterback. You
Yeah,
hear me? They have a
yeah.
top 15 quarterback, bro. He's not gonna lose that division, bro. He not. Trevor Lawrence ain't it. Hey, and on top of that though, I do wanna ask you something, bro. I heard y'all about to get this 5-star running back. You been tapped into it?
Uh, what's his name first?
Hey, I can't think of his name, bro. I just seen it on YouTube yesterday though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool
Um,
though. I'm gonna send it to the chat.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We
I'm,
was in the
I'm
battle. He just dropped us though. We was in the battle with it, but he dropped
yeah.
us. So
I thought he was going to end up going somewhere else because of Tashard Choice leaving, but he's still hanging. We still hanging on.
yeah, it's cool,
Yeah,
man. And
but I
sometimes we can't.
mean, you got to expect that it's Texas, bro.
Yeah, we can't win them all, man. It's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
I'm sorry though, 'cause I seen the YouTube video of him at Ohio State's campus, and
Yeah.
I felt like the visit was going well. You know what I mean? And when you see stuff like that on YouTube, you be like, damn, like you just dropped this, like. And then Texas in the mix, man. I got talk to No about this, man. I don't want to see that because he probably
Yeah.
know. He probably know we was in the running.
But yeah, I knew we were, but then I thought he was leaning somewhere else because of Tashard Choice leaving, because he was the initial person who made contact with him. But I guess
Yeah,
the new guy was able to bring him back around.
yeah. I gotta find his name, man. I gotta send it to you in the chat because uh, they say he that deal. They say he that deal for real.
Yeah, yeah. Um, that was something I was about to ask you too. Dang. Maybe it'll come back to me and I'll hit you up with it about it in the chat. But we would
But
like to
yeah,
thank our sponsors again. K&T's Good Eats LLC, nice catering company ran by my man Kevin Bird and his wife. Please hit them up on Instagram at Kevin J Bird. You can see them, all the pictures that they have, and that Bird is spelled BYRD. Also, his sister owns uh, Social Nutrition, Sips and Good Conversation, where she has nice nutritional shakes that you can use as a meal supplement. Also, she has energy teas and some other things that you can get right there. Social Nutrition 3136 South Hamilton Road. And our young man, the Chief, has his own apparel line where you can get some authentic apparel. His name is The Chief. 5991. That's DECHIEF dot 5991. You can find him on Instagram and on TikTok. We also want to shout out our man who make our music for our intros and our extros, Mr. Super Cat Nano.
oh,
So, bro, if we don't have anything else, man, we can go ahead and wrap it up.
yeah, man. Y'all know what it is, man. We about to and I think we need to not do the series on Saturday. Maybe we need to catch like a Monday or a Wednesday for the If This Happens series. Um,
Okay.
we want to start a series for college football for all the teams that we feel like could win a national championship leading up to week 1, which is August 23rd, I believe. I think the first college football games is played, but we want to do a what if series for teams that we feel like if this happens, they could win a national championship. So we're trying to get all the details together for that, man. Y'all stay tuned in for that, and we'll keep y'all updated.
All right, cool, cool. All right, well, we thank y'all all for tuning in and watching our show. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share our videos because we want to try to grow our channel to the maximum. So, as we say every time, peace.
Peace.
All right, bro, I'll see you in a little bit.
I bet it.
All right.